Now you know how to use Hats AI for basic chat functions. Today we're going to talk through customizing and personalizing your Hats AI. This training covers personalizations, how to set up your profile, control your communication style, and use the memory system so you stop repeating yourself every conversation. By the end, Hats AI will remember your preferences, adapt to your communication style, and save you time. Why does personalization matter? Without personalization, every conversation starts from zero. You tell it your time zone, your preferences, your name, your job title again and again. With personalization set up, Hats remembers. You tell it once, it adapts permanently. This isn't just about convenience, this is about making AI actually useful for your day-to-day work. Let's set it up. To start setting up your profile, you're going to go to the main Hats page, frameworkai.hats.ai, and it'll redirect you to the chat page. You can go to the workspace, and under the account, you'll have your first and last name listed here. Along the left side, you'll have personal, and you can select AI preferences. AI preferences is where you start to fill out information about your preferences for the Hats platform. They do things like shape tone, length, and formatting, but they do not control what a model can or cannot do, only the way that it responds. At the top of the page is your personal default large language model. You can set a different default than your organization has if you'd like. I'll talk more about changing your default model on the credit utilization training. Sliding down from there, we have AI behavior. This is where you'll enable personalization, memory, subagents, or auto LLM. We'll talk more about subagents and auto LLM on that credit utilization call I mentioned earlier. For now, we want to make sure that personalization and memory are turned on. Once those are turned on, you can enter information about yourself, your first name, your last name, your time zone, and your job description. Your job description can be more expensive than the name of your role. It can include daily tasks that you do, an overall overview of your role. The purpose of this is to give the AI more context when it's communicating back to you. The more context you give the AI, the better outcome you get. Next, you can set base, style, and tone. This is things like the response length. You can have it be balanced, concise, or detailed. I leave it on concise, both because that's the way I communicate and it's better for credit utilization. You can set a tone of neutral, formal, or friendly. I keep it at friendly. You can set its emoji policy to off, mirror user, or on. I keep it at mirror user. If I want to use an emoji, I'll use one. Otherwise, it's generally kept off. And then you can set a set of custom instructions. These are additional behavior, style, or tone preferences. For me, I use my AI to draft emails and communicate a lot. So my custom instructions are going to be around the communication style. Your custom instructions may vary depending on your role. I include write directly and naturally, no AI cliches such as not just X but Y, let's dive in today's landscape, it's worth noting, or at its core. No overused words that AI likes to overuse, like delve, foster, leverage, navigate, robust, seamless, elevate, pivotal, etc. No M dashes or N dashes, emojis, or extraneous adjectives. AI loves to use those, so I ask it to remove those. Don't restate my question, compliment my question, or end with unsolicited inspiration. Wow, what a great question. That's a great line of thinking. I don't need that. I don't need you to compliment me. Please remove that. Don't overformat with unnecessarily bolding, bullets, or headers, and cut any sentence that adds nothing. This is both me trying to keep it concise and save credits as well. So I've set my communication preferences. Next, I'm going to get into memory. What is memory? Well, memory is the way that the AI can start learning from your chats. You can access the memory by clicking the memory option on the left, or in any chat, you can say something like, remember me, save in my memories, save this in memory, and whatever you're currently talking about, it will maintain in its memory. In a basic chat, I can always just say, remember, I work for Framework IT. Now it will save that in a memory, and I can always ask it, where do I work? Or it can use my company in context when I'm drafting in communication. So I asked it to memorize it. It reviewed the data. it says it needs to use the save memory tool. It used the save memory tool, and now I have this saved. If you've ever liked to go and see which memories are saved, you can click the workspace, go back to the memories option, and your memories will be listed in order. You can remove memories from here by selecting them and hitting delete. You can merge memories. You can import memories by uploading a prompt exported from another AI. So you can go to a ChatGPT, a Gemini, a Bard, and say, please create a markdown document with all of my memories, format each memory as a separate bullet point, send it to it, then take whatever it gives you and upload it back into Hats. You can paste it here, or you can upload a text file or a .md file. So to get your memories from other AI, you'll copy this prompt step that Hats provides, paste it into the other AI, and then paste the results here. If you'd like to add a memory manually, you can click Add Memory, give it the memory, and then select if it's the top memory. Through this way, Hats will learn more about you, your communication style, and who you are to better serve you and give you better outcomes when you're chatting with it. So how does this work in practice? First, say you're setting up a new project. You tell the AI about the project, the timeline, the stakeholders, the constraints, and you can say, remember this project. Now, when you're working on that project, it will remember the people who are related to it. Later on, maybe a few weeks later, you could ask it, hey, I told you about project A. What was the team on that project? It can go to its memories where you told it the team members and then report on that for you. This can cross chat windows, so it's not just going to remember this in a single chat window, but it will remember it across chat windows. So what are some best practices? Well, in your first few conversations with Hats, you can just start telling it about you. Tell it about your name, your email address, your contact information, your job title, your role, your activities, and ask it to remember those things. You can always verify if memory is turned on by the drop down right here that says memory is on. And you can always just say, remember this, and you'll get evidence in the chat if it has remembered it. If AI gets something wrong about you, you can always correct it and say, that's not my job title. Correct it to this. And it will update those memories that way. You don't always need to go to the memories page to delete them. You can just tell it to update those memories. And you can always feel safe saying, don't save this or don't remember this. If you're doing something one time and just want a initial output of that, but you don't want it to remember that going forward, you can definitely say, don't remember this. Some common mistakes are not setting up your profile. You're missing out on a lot of efficiency and ease of use by not setting up your profile. Letting Hats saved everything. Review your memories often, delete those that are inaccurate. Not using custom instructions. If you don't use custom instructions, you're losing out on a lot of efficiency and you're using too many credits. You can always give it custom instructions to talk more like you, communicate more like you, in an effort to improve efficiency, improve communication style and tone, and limit the amounts of credits utilized. The biggest common mistake is repeating yourself. If you've had to tell Hat something multiple times, instead say, this is the fact, remember this, or go to the memory section and create it manually. That way Hats will remember it going forward. Next action items. After this training, go do these 4 things. 1, complete your profile. Go to Workspace, Personalization, AI Preferences, and fill out your personalization instructions. Set your custom instructions. Set your response preferences. And start a conversation about your current work. Tell it about your current projects, your job title, your day-to-day activities, and ask it to remember those things. All right, that's personalization in Hats AI. You control how it communicates, what it remembers, and how it adapts your words in your tone of voice. The next training is going to be on large language model selection, when to use different models, and overall credit utilization. If you have any questions about using Hats AI or the framework managed AI platform, please reach out and have a fantastic day.